Welcome once again, everybody, to a new episode of Disco Elysium, episode 2. If you're gonna feel so weird to be saying it like that. But yeah, last episode, the first episode, we went into basically a coma or something by drinking so much, partying, making a whole of a mess as a police officer. And there's a body for 3 days. I mean, we've been bumbling around, I guess, for 3 days. Yeah. And we just got our companion, Kim. How's it going, Kim? Best boy, how's it going?
Yes?
Tell me about the case.
What do you want to know?
Well, literally anything about it. I can't remember a single thing.
Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit.
Okay, a young woman told me a mercenary is being hanged. That's all.
Then you are not that far behind, actually. Do you want me to brief you?
Brief. Yes, that sounds good.
3 days ago, the RCM emergencies desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate.
That's pretty weird. So with that plus the 3 days that we wouldn't be like fucking around, that's a corpse has been hanging there for a week. That's a lot of time. Someone would have already took it down.
During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Does the briefing said who the victim was?
A security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth.
Okay, so a labor dispute. Who was the caller?
To find him or her is one of our tasks here. For now, all we know is that the tone was muffled, using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex. There's a strong prejudice
Why hide
against
themselves?
involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Well, doesn't seem that weird considering if they hang someone, yeah, calling the police, it will be seen as really bad. Hold on, and the RCM is?
That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizen Militia, is the police force you and him are part of. A self-organized peace corps of the occupied city of Revachol. The RCM operates within a legal twilight, yet its authority is rarely questioned. It's super useful to know this.
Thank you, Encyclopedia. So, we are police, but we are not police. I guess you can say we're police in quotation marks. Which, again, I don't know, is that better or worse than regular police? We'll find out. Okay, yes, of course. I understand everything now. Thank you.
Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer.
Okay, we don't need to go preliminary again. Would you say this is a mysterious case?
No, it's not a particularly mysterious case.
The lieutenant considered your question a moment before answering. Well, why not?
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious.
Well, we have a long game ahead of us. I was thinking otherworldly might be involved, something supernatural.
I can assure nothing like that will happen. Do you know why not?
Are you sure? I think something already happened.
No, something isn't happening, because it's not part of reality.
He makes it a precise hand gesture.
So desperately mundane. You need to funk this case up.
Hell yeah.
There's something the lieutenant isn't seeing. The universe is too irrational, too morally complex. You should convince him.
We shall. I got a question. If we are for different precincts, what are we on the same case?
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
He considers the phrasing.
His disdain is clear. This man would not use such an expression otherwise.
Yeah, he doesn't seem the person who used the word pissing lightly. Well, what do you mean by that?
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
I don't remember being on anything.
That's good.
You know what I'm on? Retrograde amnesia.
Better still than an imbecilic cop-off.
Cop-off?
It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim.
Okay, the pissing competition after the... Okay, we'll just let it go.
Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case?
That's all I need for now.
Good.
Island Empire convinced Kim there's a sexy, dark, mystery twist on the case.
Only banal things strike you. At the core, you're a very banal person.
That's not true.
With one you should be ashamed of. It's no wonder the soft one doesn't want it back. It was right to abandon you.
Who was the soft one? What do you mean? Oh, that hurt. That hurt my morale. Yeah. Okay, so, again, just to clarify, I'm gonna purposely try to succeed the checks. If they miss, whatever. I'm not gonna save scum anything. Part of part of this, is roll dice. So sometimes we're gonna fuck it up, but I'm just gonna try to keep the numbers high, I guess, because yes, we can take damage, and yes, we can die if any of these two, health and morale deplete completely. And I think it do affect my stats, right? Yeah, you see we got 5 feet, I have 3 volition. Okay, yeah, that's not great. I think you should know that I can't remember anything.
No response. He just arches his brow. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
I feel like I must repeat this. I don't remember anything. There was heavy drinking involved.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Come on, we barely start talking. What's wrong with personal affairs?
Not a fan. It's just the nature of lieutenancy.
The RCM deploys a self-styled structure called the Decomptage as its chain of command. Every lieutenant is responsible for 2 sergeants and 8 officers. That means the average lieutenant has to deal with quite a few personal affairs. Even you know this.
Okay, thank you, Encyclopedia. So yeah, okay, so he's just tired of dealing with other people's shit. Well, I'm worth at least 2 sergeants and 8 officers in crazy, so he's gonna need every little bit of patience on his body. Okay, so what should I concentrate on?
Try work. The case at hand. It can work miracles.
I'll try. But I'm completely lacking the information about even the organizations we're in. Can you help me?
Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation.
New task. End of the day briefing. Okay. Interview the cafeteria, inspect the body, that's pretty self. Report your bad mission. Singing karaoke, that's actually pissing competition. Yeah, after the body's done. Okay. Join him at the window grab balcony after 10. Okay. What I have done. Ask Kim to tell you about the case and find your other shoe. Not much accomplished yet. I'm afraid this might be a medical situation.
Really? You look fine to me.
The lieutenant gives you a look through... I had the hardest trouble mentioning this word. Throllo or whatever. As he's performing a triage. You look fine to me. I'm taking serious, unbelievable damage here. I saw myself in the mirror and I have no idea who I was.
This psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer.
Clearly, he prefers to think you're malingering. He cannot fathom that anyone could drink so much as to retroactively erase their entire life.
It's not psychological. Some sort of major brain damage has occurred on an unprecedented scale.
Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth. Was there anything else you wanted?
That's fair. I wanted to talk about you.
Me?
Yes, you.
I don't see how my life is pertinent
Come on,
to the
Kim.
investigation.
Be a little more open to your partner. We're partners in here. We're gonna deal with a crazy case. You and me and a crazy partner. We'll work better together if we have some more rapport.
That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
You're wearing glasses.
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough.
Why would I want to
testosterone.
do that physical instrument? No, I don't. Glasses are cool, I guess. I like people with glasses. I think most of the time it looks good. Kim, your glasses are fire, okay?
Are they? They're mostly just cumbersome.
I'm sorry they're cumbersome. I'm just saying, you know, if you had to wear them, they actually look good on you, okay?
You could use a good, normal.
Damn,
radio
I'm missing like 3 points in perception. You don't look like other people around here. That has some racial stuff in it.
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic.
What is Seoul?
It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolari state west of the Insulindian Isola. Actually, it's quite interesting. Some would even say mysterious.
Cool. You're only making it sound uninteresting. I still want to know more about Seoul.
You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revacholier.
He seems almost proud of these things.
A point of pride to him.
Tell me a secret about yourself.
No.
Damn. Look at that stance. He's checking me out. Ask again.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow.
Damn. What's happening to me?
Something the matter, detective?
This guy's got authority off the charts. With just the flick of his eyebrow, he's able to make you his thrall.
Damn, we pass and just the authority to tell me that I cannot match. Damn. I mean, it makes sense if it's him as a character to have his authority, you know. So what can I do about it?
Nothing. You better hope he doesn't abuse his authority. There's a lot of it.
He wouldn't. He's a good man. Just gonna accept it, I guess. Silently scream for help. That's a funny.
The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
Okay. Do you ever talk to yourself?
What do you mean?
You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have conversations with, like, your brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary. The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school. His concerns are material and extrinsic.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm the new school. I look like I'm fucking 70.
But this isn't an old school case.
I get it, you're one of those old school detectives. I get it, you're one of those old school detectives. No, respectfully. That's so stupid, but I'm gonna do it.
So what? That makes you the new school?
Yeah, that's what I say.
God spare us.
God spare us, alright.
For real detective work, nothing beats a good notebook by your side.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. That's where his conversations with himself take place. We all have our different mediums. His is written.
Cool. Well, that's all for now.
Let's change the subject.
Also, I've noticed you're following me.
Excuse me?
I'm not saying this. What if I want to work the case alone?
Detective, if I may be frank, you seem to be in a deranged state. You have trouble
Valid.
remembering things.
True.
You've misplaced your badge.
That's also
I
true.
cannot let you act in the name of the RCM without supervision until you've regained control of your faculties.
That's a very reasonable statement, and I very sadly agree. I know what the RCM is.
That's good.
What if I need some more me time?
Some you time? This is a police investigation, not a journey of self-discovery.
Can be
You
both,
still
Kim.
have your evenings to yourself.
Okay, I'll leave the self-care for non-work hours.
Please do. We wouldn't want your regimen to spill over into the investigation.
I don't know what you mean with the regimen.
The lieutenant is pretty sure self-care is just a euphemism for nihilistic binge drinking.
Never again, Kim, I promise. You got my never again. Okay, well, let's talk to the manager first. Hello.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right?
The lieutenant places.
You run this place.
Oh, the lieutenant glances into his little notebook.
Yes.
He responds tersely. Remember, he managed the place. He's not a bartender.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41.
He looks at you, realizing he still doesn't know your name. What is called an orange, like a forest fire, but smells like liquor?
Are you kidding me?
No, man, help me out. What is golden orange and smell like liquor?
It's you. It's obviously you. You smell like liquor. And you're orange.
Am I orange? I mean, Kim is more orange than me. Look at that jumpsuit he has, or whatever. Like jacket.
See? Everyone agrees it's your color scheme. We're on the right track with this name thing.
Is this what you get when you call the police now? We've been waiting for a week here.
Relax. Well, hold on. Did you call the police?
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Damn, Kim didn't give a fuck.
Yes, of course.
He takes a step back.
For a moment, the cafeteria manager fidgets under the lieutenant's gaze. Then he gives in.
That's my boy Kim staring this man down.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
He looks behind a pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper, and hands it to the lieutenant. New task. Who made the Paul reporting the crime? If it was Sylvie, why hide it?
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No. I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
Kim, you have no idea. He managed like 3 cafeterias. It's crazy.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
Oh, we wouldn't dare to think such low of yourself. You're a manager, not a bartender. That's beneath you.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
Play the fool. Who, me? No. Right then. Questions. I got this.
His face expresses profound doubt in your having this. Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later use in the more sinister ones, not vice versa.
Ask him about the body's location. Okay. Where exactly is the body?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
And how do we... Oh, they hoisted him up in the tree there. They. So more than one. A group. A lynching, as they say. How do we get there from then?
That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Are the Franco-Nigerian cavalry big?
This man means the heavy cavalry of the innocents Franco-Negro, sweeping over the plains and nations of the enemies of mankind, 5th century style. Unified currency and the concept of cool came in their wake. They wore lamella and carried guns. But first and foremost, Franco-Nigerian heavy cavalry was really, really wide. That hole in the fence must be enormous.
Okay, enormous. Challenging, damn.
Does he want you to feel guilty of making that hole? It's implied in his voice.
I did think we make that hole. I think. Well, who killed him?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
But you say them, they.
This is it. He said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they, if he doesn't know?
Oh, the detective on me is the sense is tingling like my spider sense. Before you say they hoisted them on a tree, who do you mean by they?
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching.
He's a bit surprised you caught that. Hell yeah. Who exactly is saying that?
The locals, the customers, the people who eat here, a lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it.
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her.
Why would the dock workers lynch this man?
I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
That's not a reason.
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message.
Did you kill him?
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
Okay, just making sure. I have another question.
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
Sikim, we got some information. You're welcome. Why did Sylvie go away?
Haven't you asked me that already? What is it with you and this woman? She has nothing to do with this.
No, before you ask, I ask you where. Now I'm asking you why she left. Damn, for being this hangover, this motherfucker catches everything he says.
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
It's hey man, I just wanted to know. I just wanted to get all the cards in the table, you know?
Thank you.
The lieutenant says he opens his little notebook on the cover. The number is safely tucked away in a small pocket. Did it go well?
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching.
You know, this stuff got on my nerves. I'm a feminist. Yeah.
What?
That's right. If there's one thing I know about myself, it's that I'm a total raging feminist.
Is that so? Mr. Feminist?
Inexplicable feminist agenda. Thought game. Is that so, Mr. Feminist? He catches the rest before he leaves his mouth. Probably think it's best not to say anything.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize it for special bonuses and effects.
That's all.
Let's go.
30 experience, nice.
Not so fast, Mr. Feminist.
Mr. Feminist.
You owe me 130 real.
No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one. It must be merely imagination. But
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like those!
My necktie is talking to me. What the hell? Hey, did he, hey, she didn't say like, hey, +1, your necktie tell you to run. What's real?
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
He pronounces the R with a mock aristocratic accent.
the IIR, or Inter-Isolari Real is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Oh, you mean I owe you cash?
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's
I got
right,
6 intellect.
money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
He points to the red ledger on the counter.
Who does that clown think he is? Arrest him!
Did I just hear my Thai speak to me twice?
No one is saying that! No one is saying that Ty can talk! That would be ludicrous! It's just that you should arrest him! It would be wiser! He wants to take your money!
You know, that's a great advice. I'm considering giving the Thai an affirmative tug.
The lieutenant looks at you tugging on your garish tie. He puts his hand on your shoulder.
If you don't have the money, it's okay. None of us are in this for the wages.
That's cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
That's okay, Kim. We're look at this place. Do we look like this world? The freelance police get paid well. What do I own this place for?
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages.
Fair.
Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money.
But what exactly is money? You're under arrest.
You can't arrest me. I haven't done anything.
we got Sylvie incident known. That like we hold that on top of his head. Inexplicable feminist agenda engage. That's a +2. I got a 97. You're fucked, sir.
The words leave your mouth as if walking up the stairs.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Fine until you reach the end and take one step too many.
Oh my god. Are you serious? You gave me... Man, that's unfair. Fucking well can, bitch.
Oh, so apparently I'm a bitch now. Okay, I'll be the bitch, and you'll be the broke cop who owes me money. And no one will arrest anyone because that's insane. How's that?
Sir, leash in your tongue.
The lieutenant voice is controlled yet threatening, like it's coming from a different person.
The words nail the cafeteria manager to his place. Unmoving, he stares down at the counter with his cheeks reddish.
Officer, you need to contact your station. Ask your people for assistance with the money you owe this place. There is a shortwave radio in my car. When you get the time, use it. We need to get this investigation started now.
Oh, thank you, Kim. That could have been so embarrassing. Can't believe I failed a 90s.
I'm sorry,
Just my luck.
I can't let him stay here if he doesn't pay. He's 3 days on the slip. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, he'll have to work this from home.
Isn't there somewhere else I can stay around here?
You can look, but the union squeezed most people out of business to fund the strike. So, I don't know, your best shot is just going home.
Damn, I don't remember where my home is.
Okay. Let's go. Goodbye, sir.
Good luck.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure.
That's why I
isn't
said I
it.
didn't. I assume I didn't. I don't remember.
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
South, maybe? Far away? Marvel Hill. I don't know what Marvel Hill is.
Why did you say that?
This is just synapses firing. It doesn't mean anything. The name has some meaning for me. Hey, Kim, do you know what place called Marvel Hill?
No. But isn't that an expression, not a place?
He thinks for a moment. An expression?
A saying. Up on Marvel Hill, a great high place. One that is impossible to climb back to.
That actually does sound correct then. Yeah, like I fell down the hill.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
I remember I was like, fuck it, Hobocup. And they actually gave me the Hobocup thing, I think. Could I trace my way back somehow? Like, it gave me a thought to the exact street, the exact number on a building.
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
Thought gain. Lonesome, long way home. Alright, let's check these thoughts. Inexplicable feminist authority. Something stirs in you. Something interdisciplinary. It is newly formed reaction to the tyrannical gender roles around you. Or something you always had. One thing is for sure. You're not a mild feminist. Oh no, this has incendiary thoughts aimed at undermining the very pillars of society. Could you fashion them into some sort of weapon perhaps? A first strike weapon to decapitate the XY chromosome hegemony? To authority against man. Takes 3 hours. I don't know. Lonesome way home. One encyclopedia. Factual memory returns. 6 hours and 5 minutes. So yeah, it spends like I think real-time hours or something, and you put the thoughts and they give you. I the other time that I play, I just was getting, yeah, this, you can see there's like a whole lot of them, of thoughts. Oh my god, there's so fucking many, and some of them, yeah. And some of them actually gave me negative stuff. So I don't know how good they are. I might read a little bit on them. I already beat the game. So, you know, if I spoil a couple of things, doesn't matter too much. But yeah, I got like, oh, by the way, now, I don't know. Now you got 2 minus to something, but you get 3 or something. Doesn't necessarily work like trace because, again, you don't know what exactly you get. You get like the temporary bonus reach, but you don't know what you actually get at the end. I don't know. I feel like maybe you should know, but I guess that's the problem. If you do know, then what are you thinking about? You know? I don't know. It's a complicated thing to manage. I guess you just let it. Yeah, seeing it like that, maybe I should just study a couple just random ones. We'll see. I won't take any of them for now. Let's rewind. Let's trace your drunken step back home. Jump across the raised channel bridge southwest of here. Fall over. Get up. Get off the asphalt in 20 minutes. Shuffle your feet through country yard, scaring little children. Go under the gray rice motor tracks, the 881, until you reach the domain eminent in North Jamrock. The streets are frozen this time of year, caked with ice. Walk down Main to perdition. There's a side alley there, and you foot strip on the mud. Ugh, I don't know. I'll keep it as a maybe for now. Let's see. This royal pinball machine is unplugged. Hello, lady.
Hello, sweetie.
The elderly woman turns to you with a smile.
Her eyes move up and down your person as though taking your measurements. Her attention is scientific.
Who's sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
I'm no sweetie. I mean, look at me.
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
Damn, so that's a lot to take. Thanks. I appreciate it.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself.
She slapped herself on the forehead. She's Lena, the cryptozoologist's wife. What a title.
I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
That is a success. That's so weird. You seem to be in a chair.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion.
There's something inspiring about a woman in the front line, leading her platoon of men. I don't think she was in the war, I think.
No, dear. I'm not quite that old. Although I was injured in the line of duty.
Were you a mountaineer? We're going like explosions and high now.
Nothing so glamorous, dear. Though when I was young, I dreamt of planting the Revacholian flag on some figurative peak.
What do you do then?
I was a training and development manager at a rapidly expanding mail order shoe company.
Cool.
You'd think it would be a safe job, but I had to be everywhere, and, well, once I happened to be under some faulty scaffolding.
Well, you better sue their asses for some cash for that.
I was lucky. This was almost 20 years ago, and I was compensated exceptionally well. One can only dream of such payoffs nowadays.
She runs her hands over the chrome wheels of her chair. I'm sorry, it was kind of rude of me mentioning the wheelchair. Let's move on.
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway.
There is no bitterness in her voice. She accepted the curiosity her condition inspires a long time ago.
Okay. How you like to roll with me?
Whatever do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchair partner in fighting crime, riding backyards of courses, catching sequence killers.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
She sounds impressed.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
You're probably right, Kim.
It seems to me that you lucked out with your partner. He has the look of an upstanding officer of the law. Someone you can lean on, and sweetie, you are looking unsteady.
Yeah. I need good solid ground, I guess. The wheelchair can slip on the ice or something. I don't know. I don't know if you noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
Her eyes follow your movement with some concern. I drink so hard I forgot literally everything.
Oh my. You know where we are, right?
The Wriggling in Rags cafeteria? It was on my keys.
That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located?
On something called the Urban Coast.
Yes. We're in Martinez, on the coast of Revachol.
Okay.
Yes, and Revachol?
Honestly, I don't know diddly squat about Revachol. What kind of place is this?
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I.
Are we?
I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days.
There's a pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost.
Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
It's approaching the end of time. It's a bad year in my late 40s or 50s. No, ugh. Oh yeah, it was in the calendar, 51.
That's right, dear. How
Ooh.
splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
No, I cannot open my thing.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
We're processing every bit of information slowly.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Some kind of democracy, maybe? I like to think it's the dictatorship of the proletarian, but something tells me it's not. Our leaders are fierce warriors who traverse the plains on steeds. Civilization cowers before us. We're governed by intelligent machines that perform calculation to determine the freest market. Everyone hustles and grinds like a badass visionary. No. Radios are being used to control people's mind and distort our perception of reality, concealing our true masters, forgers, and women. Cops. We're living under the cop regime. What are we gonna make a guy? Let's make it a communist. I like to think we're in the dictatorship of the proletariat. but something tells me it's not.
Oh, sweetie. It's really not. There used to be people who thought that way. Other people who wanted those things, but they all went extinct. Revachol is a zone of control led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own, and certainly no dictatorship of the proletariat.
Oh, so we're kind of like colonies? Not colony, but you know, something like that.
But they still have cops.
True. If there's no government, how come there are cops? We know this because we're no real cops. We're just like a group. There's like, okay, someone needs to be the cops, you know, bring some order, I guess.
Oh dear, this is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
So, how did I do?
You didn't do too well, dear. You really only knew what year it is. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Reality, in a word. It's very odd.
I still know what the Frankenarian or whatever were.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries
I got
his
like
nose
random
in
bits of
his
information floating on my brain.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much.
True. What is the revolution you mentioned?
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
What does that have to do with there not being any cops?
It has something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it better.
I'm just a poor woman, she thinks. What do I know of these things? And how can I help you?
Nah, don't worry, Lena. Who could tell me more?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
She turns to the lieutenant.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
Of course, only the brilliant minds of the rich are so educated and so smart and so no weird. Not weird. Definitely not weird. Like Elon Musk, the least weird man that I know of. Sweetie needs money. Dude, Sweetie gets money?
Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck?
If she could, this woman would feed and clothe you and every other sad, lost person on this earth.
So this is a red one. You understand Lena's idealism. I have a... Hold on. Don't I have a shirt that takes away my
no,
thing?
I'm so...
I gotta
of
get
course.
going. Give me a second. Give me a second. Also, I can check the pen. Items. Pen. It does look like a ape. This kind green ape. And pen with a green ape head on one end. This ape has closed its eyes. A kind expression adorning his face. He seems to be meditating. How do we know that? Okay, let's take away that. Do you like that, Lena? Do you like it?
Hello again. Oh,
Sweetie need money.
This woman would feed and clothe you and every other sad, lost person on this earth.
Talk on her heartstrings. 92. Please, you fucked me over in the other one. Let me pass this one.
Your deportment remains dignified as you shed a single manly tear.
It isn't easy for me to ask this of anyone, but I'm at the end of my rope. Any money you have could help me.
Sweetie, I only have a few cents on me, but I could give you this to pawn. Just to tide you over.
She unfastened a gold commemorative pin from her left jacket pocket and dropped it into your palm.
Wonderful. He has a pin.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't feel good about it either.
The pin is round and slightly tarnished. 3 sailboats in bas relief with the sun hovering over the water behind them. A chipped green banner at the bottom reads, San Baptiste, Summer 31, Dinghy Races.
Where can I pawn the pin?
Cross the plaza and follow the road along the coast. Down by the water, there'll be a shack nestled against an old stone facade. That's the pawn shop. An old friend of my husband's goes there often. He says the owner is quite helpful.
Items that can be pawned at Bird's Nest Roy's appear in your inventory
Yeah,
under
I know,
the
I know.
Items tab. You can pawn these items when talking to Roy.
How do I know who Roy is? We haven't talked yet, I assume. I promise I'll buy it back once I have more money.
Oh, it's not an ancient family heirloom or anything, but I suppose it would be nice to get it back.
Commemorative pin. Only 3 real. This unusual, tasteful pin was produced to celebrate the San Baptiste summer. Yeah, whatever. It's only $3. You know what? Take it
Hello
back.
again, sweetie.
About your
I hope
pin.
you were able to pawn that old trinket.
I decide not to pawn it. You should have it back. Give her the pin.
Oh, thank you, dear.
Oh, 10
Yes,
experience.
I am glad to see it again.
Okay, easy 10 experience there.
Even the lieutenant seems happy with this turn of events.
Now, what else, sweetie?
I gotta get going. There was a guy here, right? Yeah. A bottle of rum has been knocked over. Beautiful dark liquor spilling out. A man is sleeping on the table, wearing mud-caked boots and rolled-down overalls. The back of his shirt reads, Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a tree.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
I'll pick
The
up
man
that.
does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
I'm gonna use it, in fact, yes.
You've just picked up some magnesium.
Yeah, I know what it is. Yeah.
The worker is perhaps he's on his way to where you just came from, into the primordial darkness.
He's just sleeping. Unless he hasn't trashed this room as much as me. So I don't think he drank that much. I'll try. I'm never gonna get physical instrument to be too high.
You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens. This man could probably sleep soundly in a ship's engine room.
Well, we're not getting that much from that. We'll just leave. Hey, what's up? A heap of snow melts in the well barrow. Alright. The street sign reads, Fuck the police! Hey, not a bad slogan. Pigs go home! The street name is illegible. What are you doing, lady?
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
The young woman looks up at you. You sound surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here. That's all.
I have some questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
What is this fuck the police business?
Excuse me?
She doesn't understand.
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning.
Nah. The street sign says fuck the police.
Oh. Well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here.
You didn't say she wrote it. You asked what it was doing there.
I didn't say you wrote it.
Sir, it was implied in your question.
I don't think it was implied. I think you're wrong.
The timidness is gone for a second. Something else takes its place. A readiness.
You don't like cops, huh? What about the other side? Pigs go home. Who are those pigs?
I don't know anything about that either. As I said, I didn't write it.
Pig is a widely used term for members of the police. It's not loving.
No need to worry. We are not saying you did.
Again.
Okay. Well, I didn't.
Who are you exactly?
Me? I am just a gardener.
Cool. And what are you doing here?
I'm working.
On what?
I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done.
She gestured over her shoulder.
There's discomfort. She stops mid-sentence. She realizes she's about to criticize your work, or lack thereof.
There's a corpse there keeping you from doing your work.
Yes, it smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
We
Thank
need
you.
directions. No, it's
My
fine.
head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale.
I had to run.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
She wipes her brow with the Canarian yellow glove.
No gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
Good thinking. Weird feeling in my head. One more thing. Can I borrow your gloves?
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
She hands you the rubber gloves with no visible annoyance. Thank you. Very appreciated. Yellow gardening gloves. Thick latex. Okay, hold on. Interfacing. Bye box. Thick latex gardening gloves in classic Canarian yellow. Maybe you should retire. Take up gardening as a hobby. I mean, it's worth a thought. Yeah. Should I equip this back? Takes away some suggestion. I mean, I have more intelligence than like suggestions, so whatever. I'll take that. That's fine. All right. Do we have anything else? Hello.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
The man's muttered to himself, and scenting the beats as he goes.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
Yeah, keep listening.
From another planet. Hey there.
He finishes and turns to you. I am the law.
You sure are, my man.
He nods empathetically. What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
He motioned towards the sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture. Sick-ass nectitudes, by the way. What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck.
Fair.
Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days.
He glanced south
Upon
down the road.
days.
Limbo, huh? So that's where I am.
Yeah, exactly.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife.
So, sorry. How long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Mazout is an antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. This man has a barely suppressed performative streak. Or he just likes unusual words. Or both.
I think he's pretty cool. I dig your style, man.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
He snickers in appreciation of the dig in his style.
Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need?
Care to spare some change for the working stiff?
Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work.
Sudden financial duty snap him out of these days. They who?
The bosses, man.
I don't know who these bosses think they are, but they sounds like a good arrangement for them. Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, it sure ain't good for me. Or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down in his luck. If I had, say, 4 myself.
That's pretty fair. Tell me about this strike.
It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
And what is the union demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like, a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
Okay. Another task that we need to do. What do you think about what the company wants? What is your opinion?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Anything else I should know?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of who?
Us lorry drivers. Camioners. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
He smiled accurately. Yeah, but not you?
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He glances down the road towards the horizon. A glint of something in his eyes. Probably has a family. You know anything about the dead man, the one hanging behind the hostel there? Points to the yard.
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
Yeah, I guess it's nothing of his business.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Yeah, okay. But you've been busy with what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
Uh-huh.
Ask for his conclusion.
And your conclusion?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
Yeah, people should be more angry. What are you hauling anyway?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Can I have some?
Time to arrest him. Relax. He's merely joking.
Wicked! I always wanted a friend in the underworld.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing.
Can I still have one,
They
please?
usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
So, just to be sure, nothing illegal then.
Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
That's your machine behind you? I mean, you will be surprised. Like in America, they fucking ban Kinder Eggs, but you can still buy a fucking like gun in Walmart. It's crazy. That's your machine behind you?
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6?
That's a found A6 you got there?
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
We're just chatting with this guy. We're just having fun.
There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he's spent too long in this lorry.
He's missing his family, probably. Look, could I get one of those phone tracksuits you're hauling?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
Understandable. I have another question.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Damn. No, we're not gonna do it now. I'm good for now. Good talk.
Don't be a stranger.
He gives you a salute with 2 fingers. Okay. Well, this is your car, right? Yes.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet.
Really? We've been hours here.
This must be the infernal machine, that toy from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage.
Open the door.
In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Let's pick up the no. Yeah, let's feel the machine first. Tap on the fuel preheater gauge.
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch. labeled heat.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
He says and jingles his keys.
Translation. We're not going anywhere right now. Alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my AC.
Damn, Kim, relax. Runs your fingers over one of the steering levels.
The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm.
Pull out the toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work.
Exactly, we need this distinct to the case, Kim. Take the red tip pry bar.
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
Take the rubber handle chain cutters.
The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand.
That reminds me, I should probably put some points into interfacing if we're gonna break into places and stuff. I do want that do want to get the stuff. Take the hand crank flashlight.
It's robust, weatherproof, and well made. Police issue, blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss.
Push in the pull-out toolbox.
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest.
Alright, well, we're gonna leave it at here. We're gonna call our doctor, the Nazareth is what it's called, and our station, and maybe Sylvie on the next one. There's probably gonna be a little on the long side, so we're gonna leave it here since I'm pretty sure we passed the hour. Well, thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please make sure to give a like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, we'll see each other in the next episode of Disco Elysium. Bye bye.